Alright, red and whites, welcome back to another prediction show. I'm here to give you my starting 11 ahead of the Leicester game on Sunday. So Connor's not here this week, so I'm going to get straight into it and give you my team. And you've got to let me know in the comments below, what would your starting 11 be for the away game on Sunday? So here's my 11. So starting off with the goalkeeper, Fraser Forster. It's an obvious choice for me and probably an obvious choice for a lot of you guys out there too. So let's move on to the back four this week. So back four for me, let's start with right back. Cedric Soares comes in for me over Martina. Okay, Martina's played the last three or four games, but based on his performance against Liverpool last weekend, he was probably the worst man on the pitch in that performance. We saw him drift across the pitch into silly positions, and we were left exposed a few times, and they allowed Liverpool in for the goals last weekend. So Cedric Soares comes in for me at right back. Moving on to the central pairings, we're going to go with the captain Jose Fonte, obviously the first man on the team sheet, probably for Ronald Koeman, and sitting alongside him is the player of the season elect, Virgil van Dijk. So not much to be said about those two right there. Fonte and Van Dijk have been absolutely solid all season. So let's move on to left back. So earlier on the week on the Fox's Fans Channel, I said that Target would start at left back, but now that I've seen Ronald Koeman's press conference today, Bertrand is back in training and he's no doubt going to start for the Saints on Sunday. So Bertrand gets a left back for me in this squad. So let's move on to the two holding midfielders in the team. For me, it's got to be Victor Wanyama. He's got to make a return to the starting lineup. He made an instant impact coming off the bench against Liverpool, and he was missed actually with the 5 games that he was suspended for. So sitting alongside him in the two holding midfielders position, it's got to be Oriol Romeu. He had a solid game against Liverpool last weekend, and looking at the two players that are available between Oriol Romeu and Classy, I would say Romeu would give a bit more sort of physical presence in the team. So let's move on to the 3 attacking midfielders. So Koeman has said today that Long is a doubt for the game against Leicester on Sunday, so he's not going to make the starting 11 for me. Although Long has had a fantastic season so far, he's been absolutely solid and works his socks off and runs himself into the ground every week. But this week I'm going to start with Sadio Mane on the right wing. Came off the bench last week, scored 2 fantastic goals and missed a penalty, but let's not talk about the penalty. He made an instant impact alongside Victor Wanyama coming off the bench and absolutely changed the game. So he's absolutely got to get a start against Leicester on Sunday. So in the number 10 role, sitting behind the striker, it's got to be Stephen Davis for me. Northern Ireland captain. He's been absolutely solid all season, and just like Long, he runs his socks off and runs himself into the ground every match day. So on the left wing, now that Long has been sort of a bit of a doubt for the game, it's got to be Dusan Tadic for me. He didn't have the greatest of games against Liverpool, but he links up well with Graziano Pella, and when Dusan Tadic plays well, he usually links up pretty well with Graziano Pella. So let's move on to the striker, and it's probably an obvious one. I've said it 2-3 times already. It's got to be Graziano Pella. He's starting up top, and it's hard to drop him really. He's scored 3 goals in the last 2 games. So that's my team there. Just to recap, the starting 11 for me has got to be Fraser Forster, Cedric Soares at right back, Jose Fonte, Van Dijk, Bertrand at left back, and then 2 holding midfielders, Victor Wanyama, Oriol Romeu, and the 3 attacking midfielders, Mane, Davis and Tadic, and up top, Graziano Pella. Let me know in the comments below what your starting 11 would be against Leicester, and as always, subscribe to the channel.